Dear student of class 6, today we are going to read Geography, the second lesson, Landforms. Dear student, before we read about landforms, let us look at this map showing major landforms and water bodies of the earth. Okay, this land is many part of earth's surface that is not covered by water. You can see the blue areas in the map is the water bodies, and there are islands in the water, inside the water body. It is believed to cover about 30% of the earth's surface. Okay, only about 30% of the earth inside the water body is called land body. Then about 70% is water body. Only the few part is called earth, or in only the few part is called land bodies or land forms. A landform is simply any natural geographic features that can be found on Earth's surface, such as valleys, hills, mountains, and plateaus, etc. So, dear student, in this lesson we are going to read about continents are large and almost continuous expanse of land into which the earth has been divided. The 7 continents of the world are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Australia, and Antarctica. Then we are going to read about land in the continents exist in the form of mountains, plains, and plateaus. Then we are going to read about continents have developed by endogenous process and other features on continents by exogenous process. Then, dear student, now let us read about the types of landforms. What are the types of landforms? Landform is a natural feature of the soil of the solid surface of earth. Landforms are either formed by the natural process of the earth, such as block mountains, rift valleys, etc., or may be shaped by external agencies such as ice, running water, winds, or growth of forest, etc. Dear student, here we can see the two process, internal and external process. These are the two ways that landforms take place. Typical landforms includes hills, mountains, plateaus, canyons, valleys as well as shoreline features such as bays, peninsulas and seas, including submerged features such as mid-ocean reeds and volcanoes and the great ocean's versions. Now let us read about mountains and valleys and mountains. The formation of mountains and valleys. How the mountain and valleys forms. A landform is a natural feature of ragged raised land or depressed land like the mountains, hills, valleys, plateaus, etc. These landforms are made by two processes. Here we have to remember that there are two types of land formations or the process, such as endogenous process and exogenous process. So dear student, this endogenous process means having an internal origin, and exogenous process means having an external origin. So let us try to understand endogenous process that operate inside the earth. It leads to the upliftment and sinking of the earth's surface at several places. Then what do you mean by exogenous process that operates on the surface of the earth? It is the continuous wearing down and rebuilding of the earth's surface. The wearing away of the earth's surface is called erosion, and rebuilding takes place by the process is called deposition. These two processes are carried out by running water, ice and wind. We can group different landforms depending on elevation and slope as mountains, plateaus and plains. Let us try to understand processes that are caused by forces from within the earth are called endogenous process, and exogenous process comes from forces on or above the earth's surface. Now let us see some of the major landforms of the earth. This is mountain. Dear student, a mountain is any landmass that is higher and steeper than a hill. So let us read. The mountains are the lifted parts of the earth which have marked slopes and peaks. A mountain can be defined as any natural elevation of the earth surface. It is considerably higher than the surroundings area. Mountains vary vary in size and shape. They are the different height. Some are old and some are young. On the basis of their origin, mountains are classified into three main categories. Dear student, I hope you have seen the mountain. In general, the mountains are higher than the other mountains, like any other natural elevation. These are the higher places of the land. These are called the mountains. And here we see there are different origins. Okay, there are different origins. Mountains are classified into three main categories, such as fault mountains and block mountains and volcanic mountains, and we shall read in details. Dear student, what do you mean by fault mountains? Tectonic plates are huge rocky slabs of Earth's lithosphere. Its crust and upper mantle. Tectonic plates are constantly in motion, shifting against each other in fault zone, falling beneath one another in a process called subduction, crashing against one another at convergent plate boundaries and tearing apart from each other at divergent plate boundaries. As a result of the tectonic forces, fault mountains are formed by the horizontal forces of compression. Due to compression, the horizontal rock strata crumbles into a series of upward and downward faults called anticlines and synclines respectively. As most of these mountains are formed in the recent period of geological history, they are also called young fault mountains. The Himalayas of India, the Rockies of North America, Andes of South America, Alps of Europe, and the Great Dividing Range of Australia are some examples. Fault mountains formed in the earlier geological time before the young fault mountains have now become eroded and reduced in size. These are called old fault mountains. For examples, Examples are the Ural Mountains in Russia, the Appalachian Mountains on the east coast of USA, and Aravalli Range in the central western India. These are the oldest fault mountain systems in the world. So dear student, try to read this lesson again and again. I will discuss the block mountains in another video. So you have to read this lesson and try to understand. Okay, thank you.